I'm responsible for some of the scientific instruments on the mission to be incorporated on the spacecraft in a proper way. I studied in a school in France called École Centrale de Paris, so that's an engineering school that deals not with any specific engineering field, but very broad. And as a specialty, I chose to go and study for a Master of Science in the US at MIT. In my current position, I have to use all the different topics I learned to understand and then integrate the scientific instruments on the mission. In my case, I understand a lot more when I see the actual objects rather than on drawings. I know some people are very good, imagining what the instrument looks like, just looking at the paper or at the computer model. But when you see the actual instrument, you understand what it means that it is only 5 kilos, for example. With 5 kilos, you make a scientific instrument that will do very precise measurements, so that's quite extraordinary. I'm really at the interface between the project team here at ESA and the scientific teams who build the instruments that will go on the spacecraft. So it's a lot of communication and, I would say, negotiation. A typical day would be, you come in the morning, check if you have emails, responses from the problems you've raised already in the previous days. Then we have what we call the actions system. So whenever something needs to be done, you write it down, you record it, and to not forget it, we have an online system where we record all this. So of course you go and check, have people replied to the questions we've put? So we have to discuss first within the project team together to make sure all the parts of the spacecraft are working together properly. We also have to talk with the external world, because we also have the meetings with the different stakeholders.
Next opportunity to discuss that with them would be there.
We do less practical things here at ESTEC. We do some testing on the spacecraft level. We have some facilities for testing the spacecraft. But on a day-to-day basis, it's more being at the computer, checking paperwork, things like this. In ESTEC, we have quite long time frames for the projects. Definition phase, then implementation, then we have the operations phase. But I quite like to see the project, how it develops over the years. From this point of view, ESTEC is the best place to see everything is coming together. It's really the center point for space in Europe.